Hello my lovelies, welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn and I need Sunday fun day. Absolutely need to get my work done so I can set myself up for success for the week. I'm gonna take about an hour, get some things done, a little meal prep, little meal planning, and thought you might like to come along for the ride. Let's get down to it. Get right. The first thing that I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna make some sour cream because we now love homemade sour cream. So got some heavy whipping cream from the grocery store, 30% milk fats. That's my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pour, I'm just gonna pour as much in here because we will use a lot. Salads, dressings, something on top of tacos, whatever. To this, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. You can also use vinegar. The lemon juice is my favorite. Okay? And it's just as easy as that. I'm going to put the lid on. Going to give it a little swirl. Make sure it's all incorporated. And then I'm just going to park that right on the countertop. And it will take for me, because I live in the desert Southwest, it's a little 78 degrees inside my house. So it won't actually even now take the full 24 hours. By the time I wake up tomorrow, that will be firm and ready for the refrigerator. Because it has the lemon juice in it, that is actually going to be perfectly safe. No chance of bacteria growing with that level of lemon juice and acid to the cream. So you'll be fine. It's perfectly safe, I promise. Been doing it now for like 5 weeks, still alive. I will also go ahead and take out some things to thaw for meals later on in the week. This is either Fridays or Sundays. These are the days that I do it. I think we're going to have a little spaghetti, or maybe even maybe a little puttanesca. There we go. Fancy spaghetti. Anyhow, found these Italian sausages. They're hot. You could use sweet, whatever you like, baby. It's up to you. Got them 30% off. So spent just a little bit over $3 for these. That's a great bargain. I'm going to put them in my refrigerator to thaw because I'm thinking maybe Wednesday. So, planning ahead. Getting my thawing done. So yeah, I'm going to put them in the lowest level, and I do have a tray that I keep them in the event that there is any kind of leakage. I don't want it to contaminate my whole refrigerator. The things that we're going to have probably tomorrow is going to be BLTs, because I have a little lettuce and a little tomato, and tomorrow is probably going to be the last day that they are going to be really terrific. After that, we'd still use it, but why not use it when it's terrific? So I got some bacon, and this is a 16-ounce package, so it's 1 full pound. It's hickory smoked. I always just buy what's on sale because I'm not real picky. And Pigpen is absolutely thrilled that we're having bacon. You could smell it. He got up from his nap. Anyhow, I've got my oven preheating to 375. I'm going to lay my bacon out here on this tray. And you can cook your bacon at whatever temperature you want. I wouldn't go much lower than 300, but if you're running around and chasing after a bunch of little kids, you might need to cook things at a lower temperature and for a longer amount. Keep your eyes on it, but cooking at 375, 400 degrees, life might get away from you. If you're in a real big hurry, go ahead, crank it up to 400. But, keep your eyes on it. I cook right in the middle most of the time. Do I burn the bacon? I have. Do we eat it anyhow? Yes. Piggy won't eat burnt bacon. He's really picky. Isn't that right, big boy? Yeah. Yeah, are you just a lover dog? He's a lover dog today. God bless his little baby heart. Okay. Yeah, I know you want bacon. I know. It's gonna be all right. Can we squeeze it all on here? Well, it's gonna be a little tight, but I think we can do it. I think it's okay to overlap a little bit because I don't want the oven on any longer than we absolutely have to. And while it's cooking, I'll just swish it around a little bit so that all the pieces get equally browned. It'll be okay. And this one, yeah, I know you want that one. This one's really thin and kind of weaselly, bless it. I'm gonna put it over here on the edge. Maybe that one will be for Pigpen. Okay, got my hands washed up. Got a little black pepper here. I'm just gonna add, you know, a little zhuzh to my bacon. Bacon isn't good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little black pepper. And you put on as much as appeals to you. We enjoy pepper, so I am going to put on a considerable and generous amount. But you know, maybe if you have little ones, or maybe you don't like the spice, you just, you know, maybe you just want a hint of bacon. It's okay. It's all right. That's what my bacon looks like. It's got quite a bit on it. I'm okay with that. Just do the one side. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that in. Let that cooking. Let's keep going. We're making terrific time. I've only been at this like 8 minutes. We're getting things done, yay, hooray. Yep, just give it a little chippity chop. And I just store them both in the same box. Then I can take it out as needed. And maybe I need 1 cup of diced onions. Maybe I want a few slices for a hamburger. If you do nothing else, prep yourself an onion. It'll save you time throughout the week. Maybe you prep 2, 3, 5. You need a bigger container. Yay, right? All right, well, last week we had a rotisserie chicken that I got on sale, 50% off. Spent a little bit less than $4 for it. That was a bargain. But I didn't have time with family dinner and everything to do anything with the carcass. Yeah, can't let it go to waste. Paid for every bit, gonna get every bit out of it. So let's make some chicken stock. Okay. So I've got my rotisserie chicken carcass here, and I have my slow cooker. This is my preferred method for making a quick chicken stock. I put this in the freezer so it would last. Didn't want to lose any bit of it. Still frozen. Not thawing it out. Just gonna dump it right in there. Then I have a bag of miscellaneous frozen veg. These are ends and pieces and what have you. It's celery, onions, you know, I don't know, it looks like there's some potatoes in there. Whatever. Also have a little bit of carrot left over from family dinner night. This is a good way to use the remnants of your veggie tray, you know, because like people have picked over it and you know it's sat out. They're not in the danger zone. They're not a potentially hazardous product. But, you know, maybe you don't want to just snack on those raw. If you do, fantastic. Have at it. I think they still look great. But I need a little carrot for my stock because that's what makes it taste great. But this will get up to over 180 degrees. So any cooties that may be on it from, you know, little hands or what have you, yeah, don't sweat it. Just throw it on in. It'll be fine. We just chopped an onion, well, 2 onions, and we have the skins and the peel and that first layer that's like a little questionable on the color maybe, or has too much of the onion skin stuck to it. You don't feel like fussing with it. That's all right. So throw those all in. You said, Shorty Bun, you're going to put the garbage in there, the peels. Let me tell you that we're going to strain this, and all of this veg will come off and just leave us with the delicious stock. And honestly, it's cost us a carcass and some stuff we might already throw away. We're saving it. We're saving money. I never buy it in a can. Yeah. And then I have about 6 cups of water. This is just from my sink. I'm just going to go ahead and pour that right over top. Yep, yep. See if we can get any more in there. Oh, it looks like I could get a couple more cups in. Okay, we're about 1 inch from the top, and I'm just going to use my knife, make sure I get everything pressed down. Now this is the part where you could decide what herbs you're going to add. So let's see what we've got. Yay, hooray. Okay, so got a little bit of thyme, gonna throw that right in. Got a little rosemary, gonna throw that in too. I didn't feel like scavenging any more parsley off of my barely surviving little bush, so I'm gonna use some dry herbs will be just fine in this. And my little trick, I have this metal tea steeper, and I just load that full of my dried herbs. And that way, when I go to strain it, I don't have to strain it a couple of times. I only have to strain it one time, take this out, and, just discard the, the dried herbs. And it just steeps right in there the whole time. I wouldn't probably use a plastic one because this is going to go for like 12, 16, something like that hours. So, yeah, I like to use and I just go ahead and set it down on in there. It's going to do its thing. I wouldn't use the plastic, but the metal one, I got no problems with that. Now you can decide whether you are going to salt it or not salt it. So if you were salting it, I would probably recommend 1 teaspoon for every cup of water. Yeah, 1 teaspoon. That's going to make it kind of a lower sodium chicken stock, chicken broth, what have you, whatever you want to call it. It's all delicious. So yeah, it would make it a lower sodium one. I don't salt mine because I'm going to salt the dish. I'm going to salt it and season it before I serve it. I'm going to taste it and make sure it's delicious. So mine just goes in just like that. I'm going to go ahead and set this puppy to low. Put the lid on. Just park it right back here. Now I'm not going to park it real close to my sour cream because sour cream won't need any of the residual heat. In fact, I might move the sour cream over to the other side of the kitchen just so it stays, at room temperature. All right, hot diggity. We've done all kinds of things. Yeah. And I just looked at the bacon. It's got maybe 5 more minutes in it. Bring you back and let you see what the bacon looks like. I think we've set ourselves up for success. Bacon smells amazing. Let's go ahead and get it out of the oven. Oh, I didn't burn it. Yay, hooray. Okay. Bacon looks amazing. I ever so slightly undercook it when I'm paying attention, when I'm using my eagle eyes, because I'm going to put it in a meal prep container. I'm going to let it cool off. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator because it's for, tomorrow and later in the week for some recipes. And I'm going to reheat it for our sandwiches, and then it's going to cook again in another meal. So we don't want my bacon to be too done. I want it to have a little room for, some extra cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and get my meal prep container out and get my bacon all in there, and I will just show you. So I've got my meal prep container, got a little paper towel, just gonna fold that in half, just give it a little bed to lay down in. Yeah, take it easy until I'm ready for you. And then I will just go ahead and place my bacon right in there. It can drain right inside the meal prep container. And like I said, some of this is going to be for sandwiches, just about half. And then the other half will be for recipe later on in the week. But it's okay to cook it all now. You know, why heat up the stove twice? It's hot here. It's like 104 today. It's terrible. Okay, there we go. Got my bacon all done. Just gonna lay the lid on top to keep out any, anything. God forbid, tweet. Yeah, just gonna let it sit here and cool off. When it comes to a decent temperature, pop it in the refrigerator. Okay, one of the last things I'm gonna do now that my bacon has come off, I've got a little jar here. I have my wide mouth canning funnel. Gonna set that right inside. Little colander, little strainer. And then I am just gonna pour off my bacon grease. One, because I don't want to put it down the sink. We have exceptionally good plumbing and I want to keep it that way. Number two, because this is too good to throw away. I'm going to use this all week long as just a little yum, just a little something extra. And this is going to be one of my fats. So I will substitute this instead of some, vegetable oil or canola oil or what have you. Save a couple of dollars that way. And I just use the strainer to get off, to catch any of the big crumbles or what have you. And those crumbles actually, Piggy will enjoy those crumbles. He knows. He's positioned himself right at the edge of the kitchen. It's all the good smells. It's all the good smells for the baby. Okay. So get that all in there. And honestly, it's almost like a fourth of a cup of rendered bacon fat. That's fantastic. Okay. Got the majority of it out. The rest of it, I'll take it out and just, put it into a little grocery sack so that it doesn't get my trash cans inside or out all dirty. But here we go. Now I have a little rendered bacon fat. And I will put the lid on it. And this is a nice wide mouth so I can get my spoon in there really easily, not too deep. And now I have a little rendered bacon fat. Yay, hooray. Okay, so I worked on my meal plan for the week. Tomorrow we're going to have BLTs. Tuesday we are going to have puttanesca. I looked in the refrigerator. We have all the good things. Yay, hooray. Wednesday we're going to have leftovers because I don't know how to make a little spaghetti. It's either a lot or not enough, and it's a lot is better than not enough. That's my philosophy. I'll go with that. Yeah. Thursday we're going to have paninis. Friday we're going to have buffalo chicken enchiladas. Saturday we're going to have leftovers. And Sunday it's going to be fend for yourself. So if you want a sandwich, you make a sandwich. If you want to open a can of soup for some reason in 107-degree weather, go for it. If you want to make a wrap, if you want to get a meal out of the freezer, maybe you just want a little quesadilla, whatever you want. It's fend for yourself because we're all adults here. And I think even if you had kids, that you could do a fend for yourself. Maybe you just lay some options out on the counter. I would put out some lunch meat, maybe some shredded chicken, bread, cheese, tortillas, what have you. And you might have to assist somewhat, but it's nice to have your own choice. It's nice to do your own thing. All right, babies, it's hot, and now I'm tired. Got a lot of stuff done here in the kitchen. Feel like I am perfectly set for success. I've got a few dishes to wash, not very many. My stock is going to do what it does. My sour cream is going to firm up, and I'm going to get everything in the refrigerator, get everything washed up, and I'm going to go listen to an audiobook. That's one of my favorite Sunday activities. And he's just going to nestle up next to me on the couch, and we're just going to have some quiet time under a fan. because it is steamy. All right, be good, be careful, look both ways. Thanks for watching Crazy But Not Dangerous. Hey, if I haven't told you lately how much I appreciate you, I really do. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for your comments, thanks for telling a friend and sharing. I appreciate you all. And you know, you're in my prayers every day. Every day. All right, be good, be careful, look both ways. See you next time. Bye, guys.